Hi, good evening. My name is Ellen Graham, and I am a National Marketing Director with the Juice Plus Company. And I'm so excited tonight. We are going to host just a little panel here. We're going to be about 25 minutes long, and we're going to hear some stories tonight about the Shred 10. And so if you are friends with any of these people and you've been maybe watching some of their social media posts and seeing what they're eating for lunch and hearing about their amazing results, this is all about just sharing our stories for those of you that are curious, and we'll share a couple tidbits about what the Shred 10 entails in case you're wanting to get involved. But I wanted to kind of start with the whole reason I wanted to host this is last year in 2016, I was like the skeptic about this. I am a person that I absolutely hate diets and gimmicks. I'm a huge fan of Juice Plus. It's fruits and vegetables in a capsule. That made sense to me and was a no-brainer a decade ago. And I had tremendous results from Juice Plus capsules and the shakes even back then, with probably developing the best energy of my life, overcoming inflammation in my body that, you know, caused joint pain, acne, things like that. And so I have just, you know, come into my 40s really feeling fabulous, enjoying being a fit person, and sharing healthy living with other people. But when this Shred program came along, I was skeptical because most diets are setting people up for failure. 95% of dieters in the United States fail. They gain not only the weight they lost back, but they gain more. And that really hurts people on the level of their confidence, emotionally, as well as their health. And so what I've seen over the years is the way that people truly get healthy and enjoy their lives is making one simple change at a time. But I continued to hear this buzz about shreds, and so I decided to try one. And I will be perfectly honest, I quit 5 days in. I was just like with a girlfriend and said, screw it, I'm having wine and cheese. And I really, looking back, I wish I would have just gotten up the next day and reset and kept going. But then, of course, it bugged me because I'm a little bit competitive with myself in the back of my mind for a few weeks. Like, you know, you could do that. And so I committed, and that time I did the planning, I did the prep, I had my meals ready to go, and I was all in. And so I'm going to switch the view here just because my speaker view is not working very well. But that first shred, you guys, was such a game changer for me. When I followed it to a T, I didn't cheat. I did the full 10 days. I exercised on those days. A couple of things that happened for me were, number one, tremendous sleep. And I had really become plagued by some poor sleep habits. I woke up a lot in the middle of the night. I stayed up too late, and then of course I just had to have that cup of coffee the second I woke up the next morning. And I found after the first few days shredding that I had this really deep restorative sleep. And that's because one of the tenets of the shred is you don't eat after 6 p.m. And what I quickly became aware of is that I am a notorious late night snacker. And when I was putting all that food in my body at 9 or 10 o'clock at night, going to bed at 11, my body had to do the work of digesting that food before it could go into its natural restorative and detoxification routines while I was sleeping. And if I was only giving myself 6 hours to sleep, then my body wasn't really getting that much good, healthy sleep. So it was a huge overhaul for me. The second thing I noticed is about, I don't know, maybe an inch, I don't weigh myself ever, around the hips was gone. And you know how your clothes feel, right? You know those jeans that you love, that you wear all the time. You know how they feel. It's not about pounds. And you know when they feel good, you walk with your head a little bit higher and you just feel a little bit more confident. And the other thing that I noticed was just a really great glow to my complexion had returned. And I'll be honest when I say that, I saw as soon as I ate dairy and sugar again, which are things that we eliminate during the Shred 10, you know, I might have a pimple pop up here or there. And, you know, like when you're 42, it's just not cool. So I went from skeptic to fan of this Shred 10 because I saw that it had given my body a completely natural reboot. It was just flooding my body with tons of whole food nutrition and eliminating the things that I wasn't even aware of that I was doing that weren't making me feel that great. And so I have just finished my 4th shred, and I started that January 2nd. And I came off the holidays and baking cookies and, you know, having the 3rd glass of wine and all that stuff that you do at the holidays. And I was really almost craving that feeling that you get about day 5 in that Shred 10 when you're like, you know what? I don't have caffeine or sugar withdrawal anymore. I feel awesome. So that has just been awesome for me. And I asked my friend Desiree Richards, because we started shredding together last year. We were sort of out there in the field piecing together information about how to do this and experimenting on it ourselves and a couple of our friends that trusted us. So would you please share your story?
Of course. So all of you that don't know me, my name is Desiree Richards, and I am like Ellen. I don't like diets, and I don't like gimmicks, and I don't like to ask anybody to participate in something that I'm not going to do myself. But really, my shred story starts, I was pregnant last year with my 2nd child, and I was really looking for a way to get a lot of really rich omegas in my diet because, you know, I was looking to have a really healthy Juice Plus baby. And when I started looking at the omega supplements on the market, there really wasn't anything that impressed me. And so I started looking for plant-based omegas. And one of our OBGYNs said, hey, you know, if you drank 2 shakes a day and you did some of this and that, you know, you can really get a lot of omegas in your diet. And so this for me was a no-brainer. It was something that was convenient. You know, when you're pregnant, you're kind of feeling a lot of different things. And so something that was convenient was sustainable. And that's what I like about this, is the convenience and the sustainability of it. Like anybody can just blend a shake and go somewhere, you know. So for me, it was like I could make a shake for me and my daughter on the way to school. And just started my day out right. I was really impressed with how full the shakes could keep me. You know, I tried shakes and you have that sugar crash like shortly after you drink them. I'm not a big shake person. I can't live without these shakes. These shakes are delicious. They keep me full, and I was really impressed about how energized they kept me. You know, being in your 30s and being pregnant, you hear about, oh God, you're going to be so tired. And like, I wasn't. It was awesome. I also loved that I could hide leafy greens, not just from my daughter, but from myself, because like, I don't want to eat kale. That's a real thing. I'm not eating kale. I'm like a child. If it tastes like chocolate, I'll drink it. Hey, so that was really great for me. So I have these delicious shakes with greens in them, and I feel like I'm not cheating. My baby is so healthy, you guys. My first baby really was jaundice, and she had some complications right after she was born. This baby is like superhuman. She's so like I've heard about the Juice Plus baby, you guys, and I'm like, I don't know what that means. They're incredible little beings, and she continues to amaze me with how healthy she is. But 7 months, she's 7 months now, and I'm back in my size 3 jeans, and that's a big deal. A lot of women for generations have just thought baby weight just kind of stays on you, and it's just kind of this thing you deal with. And it really isn't, and it really hasn't been for me. And I love that my body's really bouncing back. I didn't get any hormonal acne. My hair didn't fall out. Do you see how much hair I have? Like, I just had a baby. My hair, I'm not bald. I have so many women talking about like, oh God, I just had this baby, my hair's falling out. I'm like, should have done Juice Plus, tried to tell you. But the other thing that's really interesting is I heard Valerie Miles talking about a recent breast milk story that came out. It was a study that was done on breast milk, and about how toxins can pass through to breast milk, and the importance of doing a daily detoxification. And why the shred is really, really good is it allows our bodies to detoxify on a daily basis. And I just thought, wow, this is the gift that just continues to keep giving, not only to me, but to my brand new baby. And it's safe for my whole family. So my 10-year-old daughter does the shakes. My husband loves the shakes. I mean, it's just a really win-win for everybody involved. And I'm so proud of what we're doing within the company, the integrity of what we're really offering people and what we're gifting them with. So that's my story. And I missed shredding while I was in the Dominican Republic last week. So I'm ready to get back on it.
Well, Desiree, thank you. I mean, you're truly an inspiration, and I think what you've been doing is so important for young moms, knowing how to keep their bodies healthy and keep themselves like in their best shape for what I think are some of the toughest years of parenthood, and that's with little ones that keep you up all hours, and you're nourishing another human being with your milk, and knowing that that milk is the highest quality, like what a gift. So that is incredible. So I want to introduce another young mom friend of mine. Erica Frericks is up in Fremont, Michigan, young mom and entrepreneur. And she is just, this girl is a go-getter. I mean, you want to do a shred with her because it's like you are in it to win it. So Erica, you want to share your story with us?
I would love to. Thanks for asking, Ellen. So I was a little bit like Ellen when the shred came out last year. I was just kind of like, no. I was tired. Had a little baby. It was my third baby, so I was tired from the first two. I was still tired with the third one. 3 kids under 5. Yeah, I'm tired. Business owner. I was just like, there wasn't even an ounce of me interested, and people kept saying, hey, you're going to shred, you're going to shred. So it wasn't until about the end of 2016, the Lord had just really been putting on my heart that 2017 was going to be a different year for me. Lots of changes, lots of trials, lots of struggles through 2016, but he was assuring me that 2017 was going to be different. And he just kept saying, like, this is going to be your year. Like, this is your year. So a little bit with that, like, obviously, we all know you have babies. I have, like, barfed through 3 full 9-month pregnancies. So when I say, like, this year, I finally have the freedom to not have to worry about preparing myself for that again. So we are done having babies, which physically done having babies. So that was really like just opened up this freedom. I don't have to plan for that. And business, my business is doing well. So the Lord just was like, it's your year. So you're going to start doing some things for you. So I thought, well, what better way than to shred, right? So I did prepare myself a little bit physically, stocked the fridge, made salads in a jar. I was ready physically, food in, I'm good to go. Mentally, I like to psych myself out. So I was like, it's going to be awful. This is going to kill me. It's going to be the worst thing I've ever done. I figured that way, if it isn't, I can be pleasantly surprised, right? So, and then emotionally, everybody keeps bringing this up. It's like that first cup of coffee. It's not just a caffeine addiction. It's an emotional attachment to holding that cup, and it's hot, and I don't have to share it with any of the other 3 little things that call me mom 24/7. So there's a thing there. So I knew, prepare yourself. Stock the cabinet full of caffeine-free herbal teas. I was ready to rock and roll. So day 1, awesome. Spent the day at work. I'm a hairdresser, is one of my many hats. And so it was a 12-hour salon day. So I was like, no big deal, right? Had all my snacks, my fruits and my vegetables, my shakes. I'm busy, felt great. I didn't have a headache. I thought, I'm going to pretty much have this thing, like, I'm going to have the easiest shred ever. So I woke up on day 2 with what felt like the flu. Literally nausea. I was laying on the recliner. I would wake up, I'd be nauseous. I'd lay back down and go to sleep. I'd wake up, be nauseous. Finally, after 4 hours of that, it was like, get out of bed. I wasn't really in bed, but, get up and make a shake. Made my shake instantly, like light. Doop. I felt fine. It was kind of creepy almost. So by day 3, mind you, I did have that headache by day 2. So by day 3, I started noticing, gosh, my stomach is so much less bloated, which I had just been blaming on my 10-month-old baby, like, oh, third baby, the muscles aren't really quite back in place. That and my skin, which I had been dealing with some rosacea for 5 years, that I also was blaming on my children. We blame everything on our kids. It's weird. So I was like, it's obviously hormonal. So all of a sudden, 3 days in, my skin is like significantly less irritated. The texture was better, less red. It was like a miracle. So from there on out, mind you, I had that like brain fog thing for like 7 days, guys. On day 8, I finally woke up without that. And I thought, I'm pretty sure these ladies told me it would be done after 3 days. 7 days straight of like a kind of headache. So, finished it up, just felt every day felt stronger. I felt a lot less foggy. The things that you don't realize, we also own a gift shop, and I have to go
Technical difficulties.
I know, I'm wondering where.
I got it. Wait,
okay.
Yeah.
Good job, Ellen.
When you have to make decisions and you're looking at numbers and you realize how foggy you are and that it's directly linked to your diet. So, just all in all, I had a great experience. I lost 6.5 pounds. It got me back on the stupid tread climber, which we bought last year with the intention, to use it. So it just reestablished some things. And you know what? After being on Juice Plus for 5 years and thinking, oh, I'm on Juice Plus, I'm doing everything I need to do. It just really inspires you that there's always new changes that can be made, that you make, you need to shred. It's not just about denying yourself the food, but you literally, you need to make some changes in your diet. We make all these exceptions and, bad habits, snacking late. When you shred for 10 days, you realize, wow, I've got some serious bad habits to get rid of. So it was just a great experience, and I'm a shredder for sure. I'm pretty excited now.
Oh, Erica, I am really proud of you, and I really appreciate that you brought up so much the emotional aspects of it, because that's a very real thing for all of us. And I like to say that to my shredders. I'm like, if you're hitting something that's tough on day 2 or 3, like, let's lock arms, let's talk about it, because that's very real stuff. So I appreciate that you brought it up. And to close tonight, Heather Allen, who has been a mentor of mine for over a decade, and she was, when I first started Juice Plus, Heather was a few years ahead of me with little ones and sharing Juice Plus, and she was the kind of woman that I really wanted to be like. And so I just saw her last week and I was like, oh my gosh, tell me more. She looks amazing. So share with us, Heather, the magic.
Dang, I'm just going to hang out with you like every day. That's awesome. Well, I can't say enough about the shred. And when I just look at this as wow. I mean, I'm just wowed, because I've been part of Juice Plus now for over 16 years, which I cannot believe. But I look at this program as putting the exclamation point on community. There's so much value. And my gosh, how many of us are sick of diets? Oh my gosh, seriously. I think people are just looking for something to be a part of, which there's so much support with this program. And it's just exciting to be part of something that people can value. And the biggest thing for me, I'll just back up a little bit. 16 years ago, I had complications with the birth of our daughter. After I had her, I lost 3 liters of blood and had 2 blood transfusions. And so I was seeing an oncologist, and about 3 or 4 months into taking Juice Plus, he asked me what I was doing different with my diet. And I'm like, my gosh, it became such a routine. And mind you, I'll reverse a little bit here too, as I was a fitness instructor. And so as you can imagine, I would get hit with every product. And Jennifer Myers had told me about Juice Plus, and it really took her 5 years to convince me that Juice Plus itself was that good, right? So fast forward, I'm sitting in my doctor's office, and he's like, your hematocrit, your hemoglobin, your platelet levels are tripling in their counts. And he's like, I don't know what you're doing different. I said, the only thing I'm doing is taking these fruits and vegetable capsules, and I've always eaten pretty healthy. And he's like, is it Juice Plus? And I'm like, you've heard of this? So if you didn't think I was on the phone with Jennifer Myers going, I am so sorry for being such a skeptic and a pain in the cashtere. So literally, the cool thing is my husband, I went on real fast to have 200% Juice Plus baby boys. Let me just put that in there, is that it really changed my body. It changed the health matter of my body, taking Juice Plus. And we were doing a workout program, where we lost a lot of weight and everything, but it was really easy had we not really stuck with the program to gain that weight back. The thing I love about the Shred 10 is that it is something that is sustainable. You can go on this for 10 days, get some massive results, and we've heard about energy, we've heard about skin, and just redesigning your body. And I love it because after 10 days, we have our Live It program, that you continue this program in life. And that's what I love, is that you've got a product that's actually complementing a Shred 10 and then going out and living it. And so that part is really, really cool. I've always loved Juice Plus. I've always incorporated having a shake on a daily basis. But I'll tell you what, I've done 2 Shred 10s now. And I incorporated adding 1 more shake. Just 1 more shake a day. And I'll tell you what, the convenience of that, to have a meal and a scoop, and to be able to take those twice a day, and it actually saved me money from going out and buying all this produce and keeping, all these meals going. Those are 2 meals out of like the 3 or 4 that I go through in a day that really sustain my energy, keep my blood sugars at bay, and just really boost that energy. And you heard Erica talking about that as well. And so it's just really exciting to know that we are, as moms and as dads, anybody listening to this call, we are leading by example. And to have this program that you can incorporate with such great whole food nutrients, and incorporate it with going in, cleaning out your pantry, getting into the cleaner eating concept, is so imperative just for life. And, if you think I'm not doing another Shred 10 program again, I will be starting again on February 6th myself. And I've got a lot of people coming with me. So, if you're taking a peek at this tonight, if you're looking at changing the structure of your DNA, I'm not even kidding. We know that every 90 to 120 days our cells are rejuvenating, right? After a year times, our whole, composition recreates itself in our blood. And so to put something like this in there, you can guarantee that your body is absorbing these nutrients, getting results from cleaner eating. And when you complement it with something like this, it's just an exclamation point for life. So there you have it, Ellen.
That's so awesome, Heather. Thank you so much for
You're so welcome.
No, you're totally awesome. And there's more information available for everybody about the Shred 10, the details of what it entails. From the person that invited you to this call, we really just wanted to do this to showcase some stories, because most of us make decisions based on emotions, but when you back it up with the facts of how the Shred 10 works, how it actually naturally detoxifies your body, that's what keeps you going when you hit that day 2.5 of my kids were counting down, Mom, when do you get coffee again? I was like, I'll be okay in a day or so, kids, hang in there. Right. So you can find out all that, the things that we eliminate, and you can find out about the Juice Plus products if you're not using them already, that we incorporate, that really help take you to the next level. So thank you for joining us tonight. And we hope to see you shredding with us February 6th.